Hello, this is Frank Norton from Teaching Machines, and today we're going to be looking at the FuzzBillion with a bass guitar. At the moment I have it plugged in with guitar level input and output into a DI box and a bass amp. I think we'll probably use the sound from the bass amp. So clean, it sounds like this. And to start with, we're going to go for just a little bit of op-amp drive with the germanium diodes. Maybe a bit less. Or a bit harder on that. And we can make this a little bit more aggressive and distorted like this. Add a bit of bias offset to that. I'll dial it back a bit. Bit less bias. So that's a fairly simple sound to start with, and I could make that more fuzzy and aggressive by giving it a bit of this. Still fairly straightforward, so let's try a bit of Octave in there as well. And if that's getting too trebly, I can cut some high end from the output. Or use one of the capacitor diode clipping combinations. Here's a little sound I've just made. This is a misbiased transistor boost into a little bit of Octave, and it's quite dirty on bass. The clean sounds like this. And with the fuzz. Here's another little sound I've just made. It's quite a misbiased, kind of funky little sound. The clean sound is like this. dirty. Here's a little funky sound I put together. This uses the PLL to give a kind of square wave bass sound. Here's another funky little PLL sound. This is a sort of reedy sound. Here is a very bassy sound. And on this one, I'm going to play the clean first and then switch on the fuzz. Here's a fairly clean sound with just a little bit of trebly kind of crunch going on. And our clean sounds like this. And the dirty. Here's a very distorted sound. Now I'm using the FuzzBillion as a DI for bass guitar, so it is set to guitar level in and line level out. The signal coming out is quite hot at the moment, even with no dials turned up to add gain, so it sounds a bit like this. Nice little rock school, as in the BBC rock school riff there. And if I turn this up, it will start to drive the output stages, that is the output op amp and transformers, and you'll get some saturation going on there without increasing anything else. turn down the output volume again so we can hear how much is being added by the output stages. So that's actually making quite a lot of difference. I would say that transformer saturation is not quite what most people think it is, as a lot of the time it's doing some quite sharp clipping and not a kind of smooth clipping that you'd associate with the transformers. About there, sounds quite nice though. And this kind of clipping only happens when the output is set to line mode. You will hear some clipping when it's set into guitar mode, but it won't be quite the same kind of transformer saturation that you get in this mode. This is an example of a very fuzzy sound using a little bit of the Octave in the line out mode. And at the moment I'm just using this like a DI box, plugging it straight into the sound card.